Guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my best of beauty favorites for the year of 2017. So it's going to be a bunch of products that I've been loving all throughout this entire year. This year has been absolutely so incredible for me here on my channel. So I cannot wait to start off the new year with you guys and see what 2018 has to offer. So without any more ramble, let's go ahead and hop on into the favorite products that I've been using all year long. Okay, so first product is going to be for the lips, and this is my favorite lip oil ever, you guys. It is from Ulta. It is their Juice Infused Lip Oil. As you can see, I'm like halfway done with the bottle. It is so good, very nourishing on the lips. They smell really cool too because they smell like fruit. And I started using this, I want to say midway throughout the year, but I absolutely love the way it leaves my lips feeling as well as looking while it's on. It's not your typical oil where it's gonna be running down your lips. It's more of like a thicker oil. As you can see, as it moves, it's just kind of like pretty thick. I love this. There's really nothing else to explain about it just because it is a lip oil, but I will use this at night. I don't typically go to bed with it, but I will put it on quickly at night if I need to hydrate on my lips. But I really like to use this prior to makeup, and like the first step in my makeup routine, I'll like to have this on before or in the morning, or even if I'm going somewhere with no makeup on. So I want to say that there's 5 to 6 different color options or scents, if you will, because this one is in Sweet Rose and it's like a baby pink color. They all have a little bit of a tinge of a color to it based on the name of them, but they're not gonna pull up that color on the lips, if that makes sense. This is gonna be more of like a clear, so highly recommend this. It's super cheap at Ulta, and like I said, haven't even gone through half of it yet, and I had it the middle of the year, so a little bit goes a long way. You definitely don't need a lot. So since we're on the topic of lip gloss, I'm gonna go ahead and share this one. This is my favorite, you guys. It is by Fenty Beauty. It is the Fenty Glow Lip Gloss. Looks like so. And it is more of like that natural nude type of glow with a little bit of shimmer in it. It is more of a universal color. I think it fits great on everyone's skin tone. So first off, it smells amazing. I do have a little bit over top of my lip color today, and I just think it looks so stunning. Makes your lips look super luscious and big. Oh, so amazing. It had a little bit of shimmer in it, which isn't like always my go-to, but it's not overpowering at all. It doesn't look like there's a lot of glitter on your lips, which is great. So it just has a little bit of a hint and just gives a little spice to the lips. And I definitely think that this is one of those lip glosses that makes your lips look super juicy and full, but doesn't make it look like they're like gloppy. I will wear this one on its own, or I will put a lip liner underneath it or a lipstick underneath it and just pop this right on top. But even on its own looks stunning. And you can even wear this like without makeup on and it still looks like presentable. You still look good and your lips look bomb. So absolutely love this, totally recommend it. Was kind of a splurge for a lip gloss, but will last you a long time. So my next favorite has been around since the very beginning of last year. I am so happy that I tried it because you guys know it has been my favorite and I cannot seem to put it down. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. I bounced back between a few different shades because I started out with light, then I had a medium tube, and then I kind of mixed the two together. And then I was like, well, Brie, why not just get the light medium so we don't have to stand there and mix it for 25 minutes. So I did pick up the light medium, and it is my new favorite shade. This is my hands down go-to favorite product for my under eye concealer. I like to use it to brighten but as well hide the under eyes. So this does just that. It's so amazing. And the wand on it is pretty big. So if you're concerned about it being super large for the under eye, you can always use a brush, you know, tap a little bit in there and do it that way, but I think it fits perfect under the under eye. No creasing happens, literally covers so much with just a little drop. It is so full coverage. I think it makes the under eyes look super airbrushed and not like you have makeup on. So it's gorgeous. I also use this sometimes just all over my face, like in little portions, as opposed to using a foundation. If I have to run out of the house quickly, I will just use this and it looks so phenomenal. Like, I'm obsessed with the way it looks, and I think these tubes go a really long time, so you're not gonna keep going through them. Obviously, depending on how much product you're using, but I think you do get a lot of products in here, so it doesn't take a quick amount of time to go through it, which is awesome. Tarte Shape Tape has always been and forever will be my favorite. So my next favorite is the Smashbox Primer Oil. If you guys have been watching, I use this almost all the time, even off camera, like every day. As you can see, I don't even have a lot left in here. I went through quite a ton. So it is oil and you obviously do not need a lot, but I think that I did go through a lot within this time frame that I got it from. So everywhere from the actual applicator, the dropper, to the actual product I am obsessed with. I think that I was really nervous to use it in the beginning because I never used oils before and I didn't want to be like a big grease ball. But what I didn't understand was it helps out with the dry patches while you're putting on your foundation. So you're not gonna get a dry patch and it's not gonna cling to it because this is helping underneath it. I wouldn't really say that this helps with the longevity of your foundation and the way that it looks throughout the day as opposed to priming. But when it comes to priming before your foundation, I definitely think that it's great to make the skin super healthy, plump, and I definitely think that this makes any foundation look good dewy. So if you have a full coverage foundation that you want to make a little bit more dewy, this definitely will do the trick. And I just like to go ahead and apply this straight from the applicator like so. You push down a little bit, get a little bit of oil in there. I'll just go ahead and plop it right on my face, and then just take a beauty blender and blend it all in. And then there you go. Your skin is literally hydrated in 2 seconds, and then I'll go in with my foundation. You guys have seen me do it 101 times, but it's seriously one of the steps that I look forward to doing because I know that that first step is going to be crucial in the look of the foundation. I just love having a dewy, fresh, luminous look. I also really like to put this on my lips. I know that sounds a little weird, but before doing my foundation and the rest of my makeup, I will just go ahead and put a little bit on my lips, rub it on in, and it just gets your lips hydrated for your lipstick. And I don't know if anyone's ever really done that. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that, but that's something that I like to do. That is definitely another little hack that I decided to do with this. So another primer that I absolutely love, but one that's gonna help with the pores and make your skin look like an even canvas as opposed to being more dewy-like. It's gonna be this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. I absolutely love it because as soon as you put it on, you can actually see your skin like getting mattified and covering those pores instantly, which I like. Some of the primers, you don't see it in an instance, and you'll put on the foundation after the fact and kind of see it happening and, oh, like my pores are not as big. But as you put this on, you actually see your pores disappearing, and it just fills in and makes your skin literally look super flat. It literally is just a smoothing primer. And this one is the skin color one. I believe that there's another one that's just white, but I prefer the skin color one because it kind of just helps blend in with the skin and looks a little bit more natural-like. Definitely has that silicone feel to it, but nothing overpowering. And I feel like this literally sinks in the pores the quickest primer I've ever used. And it also makes the foundation glide on that much easier and just looks like an even canvas all around. I was super impressed with this. So for lashes, I'm gonna talk about 2 different kinds, and I actually don't have the actual lashes with me. I'm wearing one of them today. They are the Salon Perfect 614 lashes, and they're not in here because they're on my eyes right now. Absolutely love them. I think they're so worth it. Super inexpensive, and I rewear them at least like 3 to 4 times each pair. Now this is the single pack, but they do come in a pack of 5, I believe, and that's the one that I typically get all the time because it's so much easier just to get the 5-pack versus the 1. Number 1 in price range, and number 2 because you get so much more. I love them. They're super long and wispy, but they're not like chunky, and they don't have a really thick band, and they're not over dramatic, but they're also not super subtle. I feel like I can definitely wear them if I'm going out to an event with a nice like full glam look, or like today where I just want to have some lashes, and they go on really easy because there's not a thick band, which is super crucial for me. I don't like having a chunky band. It's really hard to get onto my eyes. These have been my favorite hands down. As for higher end, the Lily lashes I am obsessed with. I will pop in a picture right over here of my favorite ones, but those are so nice. They are more expensive and they're more of a mink eyelash, but you still can wear those several times as well as long as you're taking care of them. So that is what I like to do, but more of the drugstore one is hands down the Salon Perfect. So we got both of these lashes over here. Eyeshadow, the Modern Renaissance palette has been a favorite of mine. I think I started using this the beginning of last year. I don't actually remember the exact time I started using it, but I've been using this a ton now. And I think it's mainly because of these shades here where we got the like burnt orange and more of the plums and the deep browns. That is my type of look. It has been for a while, and I think it's because it kind of pulls out my eye color a little bit more than other colors do. I just really love it. I think it looks super gorgeous. And in this palette, you're getting a lot of those shades, and the actual eyeshadow themselves are super blendable, creamy, and the color pigment is here. Like, it is there. I love it. And you guys probably have seen me use this so many times and seen a lot of people use them as well, but I absolutely love the color payoff. The performance of these shadows are amazing, as well as the colors. So as for the Too Faced Just Peaches Matte palette, I love this, you guys. Starting off with the packaging, super cute. The shadows smell like peaches, which is a hello plus. I love peaches. And the mirror in here is pretty large as well. I have mentioned this in a favorites, as well as all these products, I'm pretty sure, in a favorites video before, but I have been using this. And you get like those light shades that you can definitely use in transitions or just use all over the lid, but then you're also getting those pops of bright colors and the peachy tones. So I'm absolutely obsessed. So I find myself going towards this a lot ever since I got it. And again, this was like towards the end of the year, like a couple months ago, but ever since I got it, I seriously cannot put it down. I also think the blendability of these shades are amazing, and I love all Too Faced shadows in general, but the mattes are really great to blend. So for brows, I do them off camera, but I wanted to go ahead and still share the favorite product that I've been using a ton, which is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. This is the Shape and Fill Brow Stylist, and it is more of the thicker one. This reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Chunky Pencil, which I believe it's the brow definer, and it is so similar in color as well as shape. So it has the brow products on one end and then the spoolie on the other end. And I absolutely love the performance of this. I think that it does work just like the Anastasia one in my opinion, and I have not used that one in a while since I finished it. I have been using a bunch of different brow pencils, I feel, recently. It started off with just the Anastasia Pomade, which I still do use. I started to use some more pencils. This has been one that I found myself reaching towards a lot. It is a little bit thicker in the application, so sometimes I like to scroll it up so I can get that point and just kind of define the end. But I really have been using pencils a lot lately, and I love it. I will always go back to my pomade just because that is my go-to, hands down, which is a favorite. But I have been using the pencils a lot. The spoolie on here reminds me a lot of the Anastasia one as well, because each spoolie is a little different too. So this one does remind me of that, and I just think that it runs through the hairs really nicely. But it definitely can be a dupe for the Anastasia one, in my opinion. My hands down favorite highlighter. You guys, since it came out, I cannot put it down. I have to go buy another one because I need to stock up. It's the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter in the shade 100 Molten Gold. You guys, it is from the drugstore. Maybelline, like, okay, yes. I've talked about this so many times here, and I use it literally all the time. I've already hit pan on it. It's so pigmented, like I can't even describe to you. That is like insane. Like that is insane. The pigment is just incredible. One great thing I noticed about using this the first day I tried it, you don't need to spray this with any type of spray, any type of mist, nothing. The pigment of this highlighter that you get on the brush is the same pigment you're gonna get if you were to use another one with a spray. I'm so serious about that. You get it looking like it's wet on your cheeks without having to wet anything. It is insane, and I mean you can just tell by touching and tapping your finger in there how much pigment you're actually getting, but you don't need to do anything to this. You just take a brush, put it on, and you're good to go, and it literally looks like you have that wet type of glow. You can make it look like you're glowing from within and very natural highlight, but you also can make it a super intense highlight in a matter of 2 seconds, which is incredible because that's my type of look. That's not everyone's look, of course, but you can make this a natural look and be totally fine. So from Maybelline, they definitely did it this year with this highlighter. I'm super happy about it. For contouring and getting a bronze back into my skin, I love the e.l.f. palette. This is their cream contour palette. The colors in here go on like a dream, and I don't think that they're too dark for me. I don't know what shade I have. It doesn't tell me if it's like a lighter medium. I want to say it's more like a medium tone, but two right here I literally use all the time, the top and the bottom one. I like to mix those two shades together, and I'll just use it with an angled brush, pop it on, and I'm telling you guys, it feels like you're using a more luxury contour, like cream contour. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them with my fingers right now. It is just not chunky at all. It's also not patchy. You get a lot of color with these, and it's not dry. It's a cream contour, but it's not getting dry, which is amazing because a lot of cream contours start getting dry within the first couple times you start using it, or from opening and closing, all that stuff. So I haven't noticed it getting dry at all. I haven't had to use an oil with them to loosen it up a little bit. None of that. Like seriously, amazing. Yes, thank you, e.l.f. So next product is kind of new, and I did just pick it up, I want to say last month. But ever since I got it, you guys, it is my go-to lip color right now. I'm so impressed with it. It is the Gigi Hadid Maybelline Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Tora. It is the perfect nude color, like perfect nude. So first off, the blendability of this lip color is insane. Like when you line your lips with it, you get so much color. You don't have to keep dragging or doing any of that stuff. It is not a sharpener one, it's the automatic one, but you don't have to keep like going over and over like 7 times, like a lot of lip colors I've tried, you have to do that with. Seriously, one little swipe and you have full color on your lips. It is insane. I like to fill them in as well, so as you start filling them in, you'll see the pigmentation is just so heavy. Not in a bad way at all. It is just something I look for in a lip liner, and it's this, like, literally like $8 at the drugstore. The lasting power of this lip liner is crazy. I had put it on just in the morning, you know, doing my routine or whatever, and it's still on after drinking my coffee, eating my food. Like it still stayed on, and I sometimes just use lip liner on its own and fill in my lips as if it was a lipstick, and it stayed on forever. I have it on today, underneath that Fenty color. Like, I just love the color. It is totally my go-to nude shade, and I just like the lasting power of it. It's a bronzer, and it is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This one is the medium to deep shade, and I'm about to hit pan on it right now, which makes me super happy because I've been using this for such a long time, which says a lot because you don't need a lot when you're using it, but I've been using it for such a long time and I have not hit pan on it, but I've literally been using it for like a year. Like, there has so much product in here, and it gives the perfect like bronze for my skin color. I am obsessed with it. It's sometimes hard for me to find a bronzer because it'll look too orange, and I don't like that look per se on myself. For me, I like to have more of the chocolatey, like ashy brown kind of color, and I feel like that gives this look. I didn't put too much on today, I just put a little bit, but I just love the way that it looks on the skin. It smells like chocolate, and it glides on really nice, not patchy at all, which is also something I look for, obviously. So absolutely love it, and I think hands down bronzing goes to Too Faced. Has been my favorite for a long time. One of my hands down go-to foundations is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This has been a favorite foundation of mine, especially when you're taking photos or if you're in like something to do with camera, anything like that. It is HD, so it looks really nice on the skin. And also when you're putting it on, it looks super full coverage, but can look super natural at the same time, which I love. That's something I look for in a foundation as well. And then as for a drugstore foundation, it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. And this, you guys, is so amazing. A lot of people compare it to a higher end foundation, and it's seriously like $5 to $7 at the drugstore. Insane pricing, insane coverage. Like, you're getting a medium to full coverage with this foundation, and it's amazing. It's also really nice in photos, which is what it claims to do. Love it, and I know I'll continue to use it. I do have to pick up another shade because this one's now a little bit too light for me, but I will be continuing to get this as long as they have it out. I'm obsessed. So those were all of my favorites for the year of 2017, all the products that I've been using on the everyday, or the ones that I just keep gravitating towards and I can't let go. I'm absolutely obsessed with all of them, hence the reason why we mentioned them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, maybe found it a little helpful, and if you did, go ahead and thumbs it up. Let me know down below what favorite products you guys have been loving for the year of 2017, and I think that is all. So until my next video, I will catch you then. Bye! Mwah.